Hey guys, how's it going? This Blu-ray video is going to be a mishmash of a whole bunch of different videos because FYI, this is like a lost video that has had like 3 or 4 installments of Frankensteining old videos together where I would shoot a Blu-ray video and then not get around to editing it, and then I'd buy more and I'm like, oh, I should add that on, and then I'd refilm it and do it again. And yeah, so this is a weird mishmashy Frankenstein of a Blu-ray collection update video from, I guess it would have been filmed the first one a little bit before Christmas maybe, or at Christmas time, right after Christmas. It's a lot of stuff I got at Christmas time from, what would it be then, like December to July, August, about that whole span of time. This is all the stuff I got more or less. There's even some stuff over there that'll be in a different video because I got it more recently and I can't do it. I don't want to do more Frankensteining than I already have. There's only so many different ways you can like violate, mutilate the body and try puppet it around before it just becomes laughable. By the way, Batman's over there. He's watching over me. Oh, Ben, you were the bomb in Phantoms, yo. Now there's a Batman. He's a little bit bigger than the one I'm used to. This guy could really kick my ass, you know? Oh, and he'd be lots of fun, too. But yeah, I just wanted to explain what's going to happen when it suddenly, the timeline jumps and shifts. I'm sure you could catch on eventually, but I don't want it to be like a weird art house project. I want you to understand what's happening. But yeah, enjoy the video. Alright, I gotta do this as quick as I can. If this goes on more than 15 minutes or so, that's gonna be too long, and what I'm gonna do is take this gun, put it in my mouth, suck it like a dick, and then fondle the trigger until it goes off and kills me. Okay? Hey guys, how's it going? Big news, this is the final Blu-ray update video for this current location area, because I haven't talked about it yet. I'm actually moving. I'm going to college in 2 days. I'm filming this on a Monday, and I'm moving to college on Wednesday. So when this gets uploaded, I don't know, I'll probably already be living there, but yeah, I'm in the final stages. I've had these couple Blu-rays sitting here. I'm like, I gotta do this, and then I can pack them in a bin and take them with me. Here, wanna see something? You wanna see something? Okay, so over there I'm currently picking and choosing what movies I want to bring with me, and the ones I picked I'll probably even have to sort down to a smaller selection and just... I have Netflix, there's a lot of things I haven't seen yet. But then over here, the movies, packing up clothes and stuff. It's a nightmare. It's a little bit depressing and sad too, because the idea of I'm moving out, having to go out on my own and picking what stays and what goes. It's kind of melancholy. Well, let's get to it, because there's a lot. I'm sure there's even like action figures that I got and didn't show off. I have a Ray and I have Star-Lord, FYI. Alright, let's talk about some Blu-rays. 3 of these things are my brother's and one of them's actually mine. Let's get the shit my brother got out of the way. He bought Doom, which, what is it? It's like you're fighting demons from hell and you look like the guy from Halo. Cool, I'll give it a try. I heard it's fun. And then he's got 2 comic books, Batman Beyond Hush, and then Stan Lee, Amazing, Fantastic, Incredible, Stan Lee memoir. I'm so excited to read this. He got it for Christmas, but I was like, dude, I want to read that shit. I'm going to read it before him. I know that. Speaking of Christmas, I got this. A cuddly little Jason Voorhees. Love that. And I got this. Come on, that's awesome. Friday the 13th Part 3 when Jason first got his mask. Now I have Part 6, the action figure like this, in my Amazon cart, waiting to be ordered. But this was awesome. This was badass. I got it as a gift. I'm like, that's the tits amazing. Because I love Jason. He's always been my favorite serial killer. And I forget if I ever showed this. I got it the previous year. I have a Leatherface one, which I still never took out of the box. I don't know why. I'd like to put him up there next to someone. I don't know, put him next to like Finn. Put him next to Finn and he gets all nervous. And a few more toys. This is the thing I picked up at the comic store. There was a lot of toys, a lot of Batman, Star Wars stuff like that, Ghostbusters, but the one I saw, I said I have to get it, the Ventriloquist. I love the Ventriloquist. Scarface the puppet. It's one of my favorite underrated characters. He's not a mainstream, top-of-the-line villain like Joker, but goddamn, this guy is awesome. He's a great side villain that I want to make Batman movies. He would be in almost every movie because he's just fun. He's awesome. Then we got some Star Wars action figures. R.I.P. Carrie Fisher, I got the Princess Leia. I didn't feel like getting Slave Leia. I had a little more respect. I got the classic Leia. Then we got Rey, which I had never picked up yet, and I was like, I gotta get Rey. And then this awesome little badass, he was on sale, a First Order Flame Trooper. I was like, that's pretty cool. So, more Star Wars toys. And I got my own comic books I picked up. My brother got me this as a gift, Batman Noel. It's a Christmas Carol with Batman. Very interested to read that. He also got me Fight Club 2. I found it and I bought it, and I was like, you know what? Here, give me 40 bucks. You can give this to me as a Christmas gift. It's a comic book graphic novel sequel. I don't know if it's a direct sequel to the movie or the book, because it was based off a book to begin with, so it's probably more of a sequel to the book, which would make sense. We'll see how that is. I'm excited, though. I don't know if I ever showed this in a video before. Legend, I watched it, and let's put it this way. I bought this movie in anticipation for my best movies of 2015 list. That I didn't do that video yet. I'll get to it. But I bought this like this will probably be on the list. I need to hurry up and see it. I couldn't find any rental, so I said I'll buy it. And that was a mistake. That movie sucks. Tom Hardy's great. Both Cray twins. Tom Hardy, a little bit different, very great though. And then the movie itself is very dull and boring, and you don't give a shit. It's a series of events, but it doesn't tell a real story. It sucks. Hey guys, we're not done yet. I gotta edit in this part because just when you thought you were out, I pull you back in. Hooah! And The Accountant, one of my favorite movies of the year, with Ben Affleck as the autistic badass genius. I love this friggin' movie. It's fantastic. I've watched it many times. I saw it like 3 times in the theater because I work at a theater. I wouldn't have driven 3 times to see it because there's other movies to see too. But when it came to my theater, I'm like, I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna watch it again. I want to see him fuck that guy up with the belt. That's awesome. And the sniper rifle. And I love how he double taps everyone. Just bam, 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 bam. He's the double tapping Batman. So yeah, The Accountant's badass. We'll start off with a bang. Crash the Insane Trilogy. It's the first 3 games, Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3. 3 being my favorite, Warped. I haven't finished 1 or 2 yet, and I will say, Crash Bandicoot 1 is hard. I don't know if it's because of, in the remastering process of everything, they tweaked up the difficulty. But there's a couple levels so far where I've actually bashed my head on things, and it's kind of not fun at times. The platforming is a little bit hit or miss, but playing Crash Bandicoot 3 Remastered is just a godsend. Like, yes, even if, yeah, certain things, it's like the controls or the platforming, things might have been lost. Some of the more simplicity, easiness of it may have been lost and replaced with extreme difficulty. I don't know. I would like to apologize in advance if I've showed any of this before and just forgot, because the last Blu-ray video I did was a while ago, and I filmed at least 4 since then and then abandoned them in the editing phase. And so there's going to be at some point awkwardly inserted digital copy giveaways from like months ago. Because I crumpled them up and threw them away, so I had to keep that footage. I assume I kept it all. I don't know. If there's a digital copy lost in the sands of time, I will not weep. And for the sake of efficiency, let's try and get through this without taking all fucking day, since I gotta pack up and move away. So here we go. The Incredible Hulk. I remember liking it, and it occurred to me like I never bought it or owned it, and I think it's on Netflix, and I don't know, I just decided to buy it. The only MCU movies that I don't think I will ever buy, Thor the Dark World was probably a mistake, but I did buy that. But I don't think I want to buy Iron Man 2 or Captain America the First Avenger, because I don't like those movies, okay? I just don't. What I do like though is Doctor Strange, and I enjoyed it. Is it just kind of a average superhero movie? Not necessarily mediocre, but it doesn't stand out as the most amazing thing ever. Sure, is there a digital copy code in here? No. Where did I put them, I wonder? It's enjoyable, it's good enough. It's a visual spectacle that on Blu-ray should look pretty good, so yeah. BBC Planet Earth, narrated by David Attenborough. I like stuff like this. I don't watch it much, but in college I might have to for the sake of it. I have the other one, Nature's Most Amazing Events. We watched that in school, so I was like, sure, I'll watch this. I could use some culture in terms of, here's cool stuff the Earth does, and nature, so forth. You can tell my interest was waning. Okay. And then something I have a lot more interest in, the animated series Batman, the movie Mask of the Phantasm on Blu-ray. Let's talk about it for a second. I don't know if I'm going to do a full review for it. I could, if you really want to, but I will say, I had almost no memory of this, and recently there was a lot of hype. Certain people I watched talked about it being like the best Batman movie or such a classic, and I'd say it's good, but it's probably a little overrated, but it's good. Netflix's Daredevil Season 1 on Blu-ray, and I'm very happy they're doing this. I hope they do it for Stranger Things, although that's probably a different story. And this is Marvel, so they probably want to make the extra cash by putting it on the Blu-ray market. Daredevil's one of my favorite superheroes, and in the Netflix MCU terms, he's the best, and the show is awesome. I'm excited to have it on Blu-ray. And I know they are releasing Season 2 of Daredevil and Jessica Jones Season 1. That's already out. I'm going to buy that as soon as I'm living in college and have a P.O. Box thing that they can actually mail it to, and I will buy it. So I'm very excited about that. Not too excited about this. X-Men Origins Wolverine. I think my brother talked me into buying it because it was really cheap, and I was like, oh, I can watch it and make fun of it eventually. Do a review for it or something. I don't know. It's terrible. It's garbage, and it's a little bit depressing. You know, they fixed the fucking thing they did with Deadpool, but still, that movie's a nightmare. Another Wolverine movie that isn't, Logan, and it's still in the cellophane wrap. Smells like just the stench of Logan. It's sealed in tightly, so when I finally open it, it'll waft in my face deliciously. The final Hugh Jackman movie, most likely, unless they make a miracle deal and end up with him in the MCU, which is what he said. If they get him in the MCU, he'll come back. I assume that won't ever happen. So this being the last Wolverine movie, and also the best one, sure. I know there's the Logan Noir. I don't know about that. They want it in black and white. Same thing with Mad Max, Fury Road. But I have the same feelings about it. It's like, the movies are so beautiful and their uses of color. Why would you want that limited and condensed to just black and white? I get it if you want to be artsy. Like, I'll be in college and I could pretend I'm like really smart. Like, we'll watch Logan in black and white to explore the true artistic integrity of the film intended that the cynical audiences couldn't understand. I don't even know what that last sentence was. It was a bunch of up its own ass bullshit, much like Suicide Squad. Fuck that movie. I'm disappointed I bought that. You know why I bought that? Two reasons. One, when I watched that in theaters, I actually enjoyed it. I was disappointed. I had a lot of problems, but I was more distracted by the horrible Joker. Jared Leto's Joker was so bad that my attention was so focused on that I didn't realize the movie was so tonally out of fucking control. The over-edited, the horrible storytelling, bad characters, bad acting, bad direction. Everything about that movie is actually a fucking nightmare. Editing being the high point, that when I rewatched it, I was like, I get it now. That editing sucks. It's terrible. That movie is stitched together from nothing by 86 different people, all with studio puppet hands up their ass. It's terrible. And I was like, yeah, Enchantress sucks, and Joker sucks, but there's other stuff to like. It's not true. And that's considered the extended edition because they added one really fucking stupid scene. I hate that movie, actually. I do. I really dislike that movie. So that current review, I have a review and a spoiler review on my channel where I'm like, it's not that bad. It's pretty good. I'm so differently opposed to that guy. That guy that said that is wrong, and I'm right now because I hate that movie. It's just, you come to your own senses. You rewatch it, you're like, it was good, right? You rewatch it, and then you just, the horror on my face as I realized what I had bought. Speaking of horror, if you, did I even mention it in my review for John Wick 2? Did I possibly touch on the fact that I fainted during this movie? I did actually have a video fully explaining that, and I could technically edit that and upload it, if anyone cares. But to make that long story short, there's a scene in this movie where somebody cuts their wrists, and I was watching and I'm like, ooh, that would hurt. Ooh, that would suck. Oh God. I started overthinking it in my head, like, I'm glad that's not me, if that happened to me. And then suddenly my vision got more and more blurry to the point where I couldn't see anything, and the sound got more and more muffled, and I assumed I was dying. I was like, what happened? I got poisoned, I'm gonna die. And I'm so polite, I didn't like start looking around the theater, and it's like, somebody help me, I'm dying. I got up to stumble to the lobby to ask someone to like call an ambulance because I was so not aware of what was happening. And I woke up in the lobby on the floor looking up like, and I like banged my fucking head on a wall. There's like a huge fucking cut, and my glasses were broken. And there was someone working at the lobby, and either they ignored me or didn't see me yet, because by the time I got up, there was a guy there. And I was a little pissed by that I fainted in their lobby and no one had attended to me. In fact, I'm pretty sure as I was coming to my senses, someone had walked by me from the bathroom and didn't even check on me. I'm a little pissed by that. But John Wick 2 is a good action movie, but it totally fucked me up mentally and faint-wise. I've never fainted at anything. I rewatched the movie, I didn't faint. It was some freak occurrence, and it's kind of hilarious. Arrival. This is a fantastic, really original, creative sci-fi movie. I loved it. Denis Villeneuve. The guy's a genius. I really loved Arrival. That movie was a mind-blowing experience in the theater. I really dug it. Batman the Telltale series. This is a great video game. I always say I want to do videos on stuff, but the truth is I don't like doing video game reviews because it's just there's so much shit to cover where I have to talk about so much. That's the same reason I don't like reviewing TV shows mostly. It's just there's so much to talk about, and even sometimes I sit down to talk about a movie and I'm like, too much to talk about. I don't like talking. I'm getting sick of talking. What the hell? But it's a great game. I really love it. The Nice Guys. The movie is almost perfection. It's a really clever, witty movie written and directed by Shane Black. I love Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe, but the movie does kind of run out of steam towards the end where I just stopped caring at the end. But there's something I recently rewatched, like Chinatown. Boring. I didn't care about the stupid investigation in that movie, and it's just like, oh my god, the movie, it tried my patience, and then I stopped caring, and I was just sitting there like a zombie watching it. At least The Nice Guys was entertaining. I don't know what it is, but sometimes detective movies can be really boring, or just towards the end. I don't know where I'm going with this tangent. Oh. By the way, I'm already sick of doing this video. I don't know, I just stopped. Maybe it's because I'm sitting on this uncomfortable stool. And my mouth doesn't like making words anymore. But yeah. Bambi! By the way, this is unopened. The Disney brilliance is kept inside, and I'll be keeping this digital copy because I want it. So if you don't like it, too bad. Get Out. This movie was genius. I loved it. I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters because no theater near me got it, but when it finally came out for rental, I watched it and I was blown away and I had to buy it immediately because it's fucking great. Sausage Party. I love it. The back says it all. It's a filthy masterpiece, and that's true. The movie is hilarious. I was dying in the theater laughing at it. Is it technically kind of a one-joke thing of they're cute animated food products and they're saying fuck a lot? It's true, that kind of is their one main joke, but it's really funny. I don't care. It's hilarious. Star Wars Rogue One. I feel like this is right up there with Suicide Squad in terms of I bought something and then I realized I didn't like it as much. Except Rogue One, I thought I came to my senses sooner. I don't hate Rogue One. I like Rogue One enough. But Suicide Squad I actually hate. Rogue One I think is fine. It's decent. It's Star Wars, so I bought it. Yeah. Pinocchio! I haven't seen this in forever. And to be honest, I'm very interested in rewatching this. And I kind of want to rewatch the live action one with Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Because I saw that as a kid, and I remember that movie freaking me the fuck out. Aladdin, I actually had no memory of this. I didn't even know anything about it besides the fact there was the Robin Williams genie. And like rewatching that a couple months ago, loved, adored it. I was really happy to return to that one. There's a lot of Disney movies that I'm going to show eventually, I think. I picked up a few of them anyway. And it's returning to my childhood and like getting to rediscover things for the first time because I don't remember them. It's a real treat. Another Disney movie, Moana. I love it. It got even better on repeat viewings. I almost totally loved it when I first saw it, and now I pretty much can say I do love it. It's great. It's a lot of fun. Very enjoyable. Finding Dory, this one got a little bit worse upon returning to it. It's still good, but by Pixar standards, they can do better than this movie because it's kind of just a retread, and I enjoyed it, and I called it out as not being the greatest thing, but being very enjoyable. It's a little bit throwaway. It's like Monsters University. You know what's another one I saw recently was Cars 3, and I didn't do a review for it, but that movie is basically Rocky 3, but with cars. That's kind of amazing, but lazy. The Jungle Book. I adored this movie. The CGI was mind-blowing. I hope the CGI holds up now that it's on like the home viewing experience, because in the theater, it blew me away. And they want to do Lion King in this style. That could work. That could work. I mean, they're already casting everyone, so I hope it works. Neighbors 2. I'm kind of a little disappointed I bought that one because I don't like that movie too much. I remembered feeling mixed about it, and I went and watched my review where I was disappointed, and rewatching the movie, I know why. It's trading out the frat for the sorority, and that's just kind of it. Is now the jokes is that they're women, and it's like feminism jokes and tampons, and it's not funny. Like, Chloe Grace Moretz is actually bad in the movie. She's terrible, unfunny, unlikable, and they're just, as the villains go, they suck. It's really way less compelling or entertaining. It's still like fun because nothing can stop the comedic talents of Rose Byrne, Seth Rogen, and Zac Efron. They hold the movie up on their shoulders and save it from being terrible. But like Chloe Grace Moretz and the sorority, they all suck, and it's like, it's disappointing, but it's, I don't know, I'm gonna be in college. Maybe I'll want to watch when I'm in college. I don't even know how that works. I don't know, I bought it. It was really cheap. I need to stop doing that. Now, honestly, now the fact that I'm packing up movies to bring with me to college, it does pretty much say how much certain movies mean to me. Like, what's Overwatch? What don't I care about watching? What haven't I even seen yet? So eventually there's going to be a cleanse of my whole movie shelf once I have the full shelf in a location. I don't know if I'm bringing the whole shelf with me to college, but there's a lot of movies I'm going to go through. Like, yeah, Suicide Squad. I can sell you for money. Like, I'll just get rid of a bunch of movies. The Night Before won't be one of them, though, because I really love this. This is a Christmas classic, and I adore it, and I will watch it every Christmas. Last Christmas, like I guess that'd be half a year ago by this point, I watched this at least 3 times within a week. I was really in a Night Before mood. I love it. I really dig it. Tropic Thunder, the director's cut. Does it have the theatrical? Just curious. I don't know if the director's cut's the better version or not. I don't remember, but I love Tropic Thunder. In the year 2008 or 7, did they both come out in 2008 or 2007? Because there was Tropic Thunder and there was Step Brothers, and there was one of the, you either liked one of those comedies better, and I like both. But there was a lot of people where I really enjoyed Tropic Thunder, like, let's watch that, and they're like, no, we gotta watch Step Brothers. And I get it, Step Brothers is great, but that was just, they were, for some reason, I feel like it's the smarter people that can appreciate sort of smarter comedy or in humor about Hollywood, and I like that. I like seeing movies about movie making, so I like Tropic Thunder better. But Step Brothers is great, but it's nutsacks on drum sets, which is great also. Hacksaw Ridge, a gritty, violent, gory war film, and it's really good. It's got a sort of schmaltzy, cheesy love story in it, but it's like cute. Andrew Garfield always makes sort of adorable love story counterparts in his movies. No matter who he's playing against, he just makes it adorable. It must be him. Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. I have not rewatched this. This is one of the... Isn't this like the first official Disney movie? Isn't this the first feature-length Disney animated movie they made? Is that a true fact? I thought it was like that was their first big movie with Snow White. That's historic. Can't wait to rewatch it. I think that's my mom. It's either her first or second favorite movie, because there's also Wizard of Oz. I forget about that. I have to watch with her. War Dogs, really enjoyable. I gave the movie some shit when I first saw it because it does have some tired elements of like mob, gangster, crime movies. There's always the domestic angle where it's the guy's wife leaves him and takes his kid with him. And like when I was watching that in the theater, I'm like, oh, I get to see this for the 18th millionth time. Blah. I don't know, something about that really upset me when I was watching it. There's some elements of that movie that are very tired, but overall it's really enjoyable. Scooby-Doo and the Space Invaders, I think I've seen this as a kid. It looks familiar, so I bought it. There's a few Scooby-Doo movies I want to rewatch because I like them. There's one of them with Scrappy-Doo, Scooby, and Shaggy in a haunted house. I don't know if it was an episode of the show or an actual movie, but I want to find that one and watch it. I wish I could remember what it was. I'm pretty sure I even had it on VHS. Spectre. Pretty mediocre Bond movie, but I have to finish out the collection because you don't buy the whole 50th anniversary big box collection of them and then buy Skyfall and then just skip one because it sucked. I mean, I own some shitty Bond movies in that whole collection, so it's just another one to add. Arrow Season 1. I don't know if the show's any good, so I thought I'd watch the first season and decide for myself. I am watching The Flash, and I'm enjoying that. Supergirl's on Netflix, so I can watch that. Arrow wasn't on Netflix, though, so it was cheap. It was like 10, 15 bucks, so I was like, fuck it, I'll take a chance. Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. I remember this one. I really enjoy this one. As a kid, anyway. It's a lot of fun, isn't it? It's like... It's a school with all the monsters, and there's like Dracula, and then Dracula's kid. I don't know. The monsters. All my enthusiasm and energy is slowly being drained from me. Amidst all the packing up of my stuff and everything, my life is going through a huge transition, and I gotta take a break to talk about movies, and then pack them up in a bin. Yay. But Twister, I don't mind this movie. Welcome to the suck zone. R.I.P. Bill Paxton and Philip Seymour Hoffman. Who's the chick? Is it Helen or Bonnie Hunt? Helen Hunt, watch your back. Dinner is in the oven. Fright Night, the original. I love this movie. I saw it one time. It was on, back when I used to watch actual satellite television. It was on like Movie Central or something. And Fright Night, adored it. It's so enjoyable. It's a little bit of that 80s cheese, but it's actually a good horror movie. It's a lot of fun. And the remake isn't half bad either, but I don't feel like owning that yet. I just have to think about Colin Farrell's one line. Man, she's ripe. But there's a lot of guys wanting to pluck that. I just go, what kind of line is that? And I don't want to buy it. Fate of the Furious. You know what's disappointing about this? There's a code inside and that unlocks the extended edition that you can only watch on digital copy. That's sad. I'm disappointed about that. Because the other ones, like 5, 6, and 7, all had their extended editions, which were slightly more violent versions. There was blood squibs when people got shot, and like the punches were more bone crunching and thudding. So I was excited to watch that, and I guess I can watch that on my laptop if I want. But Fate of the Furious, really fucking stupid, but aren't they all? And it's also really fun. So there. Hitman Season 1 Steelbook. This game was really awesome. I didn't do a game review for it, so ready? Let's do it right now. Really awesome. Takes the Hitman series more or less back to its roots. Here's a bunch of gadgets at your disposal. Go to this big open area, kill some people, and there's a story going on. And the disappointment part was when it ended, because I didn't realize it was going to be as quote-unquote short as it was for the amount of levels. And I was getting into the story a little bit, like, where's this going? And now I got to wait for a Season 2. And the developers have split up, like IO Interactive and Square Enix split and aren't teaming up for the sequel, so I don't know where that's going. But the levels have a lot of replayability because there's challenges which unlock stuff, so you're going back doing different stuff. And it's fun, enjoyable. I might have played myself out of it because I had like a solid 3 months of just playing that, and so I'm done on the game for a while. A Goofy movie. I rewatched this and I had a lot of fun. This is my childhood, but even more so is the next one, because a Goofy movie, I have the VHS for that, but also have the VHS for this, and this is the one I watched a lot. An extremely Goofy movie. Goofy's hitting on a chick and he's doing disco stuff. Max is skateboard. Maxie? That doesn't sound like Goofy at all. Oh my god, that was terrible. But is it in this one or the first one? I forget. That dude, I don't remember his name. The one hippie dude has like cheese. It's like whipped cream, but it's cheese. He's like, cheese it, dude. I want to watch this movie now. I'm excited. Steve Jobs. This was cheap and I enjoyed it. Aaron Sorkin. I'm currently taking his master class in writing, and yeah, that's an interesting tidbit. It's okay. But Steve Jobs I liked. It was very enjoyable. It was creative. The Flash Season 2, I bought Season 1. I watched through it all, and I'm watching Season 2 now. Do I want to review The Flash? The thing is, I'm so creatively stunted right now in terms of doing YouTube videos, and do I want to talk about this? Do I want to talk about that? I don't know. But when I'm in college, depending on how much free time I have, I might just fucking talk about everything. George of the Jungle. This is definitely a kid's movie. I watched it non-stop as a child. My mom told me I would sit there, watch it, rewind it, watch it again. I was very young. I get it. It's very much a movie for kids that adults can enjoy, but it's fucking silly. Split. Another good M. Night Shyamalan movie. A very big surprise, very enjoyable. I still like the, what's it called? The Visit? I like that one better, but Split's good. Oh my god, get off it. The thing's exploding. It's Deepwater Horizon with Mark Wahlberg and Kurt Russell. And like John Malkovich didn't do the proper safety procedures. And now oil and fire are everywhere. We gotta jump in the water and survive. My god. It's actually a really good movie too. It's really impressive. I was blown away in the theater. It was like a super survival movie. It was just intense, bro. Here's your fucking double cheeseburger. Speaking of Mark Wahlberg, though, here's the other movie. Oh my god, there's a bomb at the Boston Marathon 2013, and I'm a cop, and I'm gonna be everywhere trying to catch these cocksuckers. Patriots Day, from the same guy that made Deepwater Horizon. And you know what? The two movies came out the same year. Technically, I mean, Patriots Day was in January, but wide release, but it was like 2 movies in a year. That guy's awesome. And Patriots Day is not half bad either. It's really investing, and you're gripping your seat and your butthole clenches from your tension. It's really good. Beauty and the Beast. This movie, the love story could have been a little bit better. And by that I just mean devoted a little bit more time to the turn where she decides falling in love with a big hairy monster is logical. The movie, like live action one, dedicated a little more time to it. And I kind of liked that one a little bit better than the animated. No disrespect. It happens. La La Land, the soundtrack, and not soundtrack, I apologize. The score on CD. And the funny thing about that, let's talk about it for a second. I bought the soundtrack when it first came out, which was the singing, the songs. And then I think what they did was later they released the complete musical thing, whatever it's called, the complete musical experience where it's the score and the soundtrack put together. And I was like, if only I bought that, but they released it later, so it was a surprise, so I just bought the score separately. 500 Days of Summer. This movie I adore. It's such a great anti-love story, and it's really personal. It hits home. I don't relate to everything in the movie yet, because I haven't been in love or touched a woman. The movie's so personal, down to earth. It's great. It's a little bit artsy-fartsy indie movie, but in a way that's not like annoying. It's really enjoyable. Mark Webb, yeah, his Spider-Man movie sucked, but 500 Days of Summer was great. And I saw Gifted earlier this year. I love that movie too. I can't wait. I think that's already out, so I could buy that. I did. When he's doing his indie movies, Mark Webb is a talent and he makes great movies. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. This movie is terrifying. As a kid, that movie scared me so much. The zombies actually creeped me out. I understood it was a cartoon and it's Scooby-Doo and nothing bad should happen, but it's intense, it's scary. I lost my shit. Hell or High Water. This is one of the best written movies I've seen in a long time. Just watching the movie, I was watching with my brother and I paused it for a second, like within the first 15 minutes. I said, I just gotta say this. The writing in this movie's insane, right? And he agreed. I was like, yeah, bro. It's just like the writing it's so good. Lights Out, a really creepy horror movie. Not the greatest thing in the world, but a solid movie for sure. Very enjoyable. The Purge election year, a total piece of junk, but in a way where it's like, it's junk food. It's junk food as a movie. It's just stupid, dumb, illogical, but it was fun and entertaining. Watching that in the theater, I was like, okay, it's probably gonna suck, but we'll see. And I actually enjoyed it and was entertained. I was like, it's a miracle. Don't Breathe, a really awesome horror movie. The American Pie 4-movie collection, the only ones that matter. None of the fucking spin-offs. Those movies are actually a cancer on society, and I've seen all of them, sadly, but I have. But these ones, American Pie 1, great. 2, I don't remember. Wedding, good. And then Reunion was good. I have a connection to these movies. For some reason, they came out and I was super young. So it's basically retroactively catching up to them. Like in the year 1999, I was like 3. I don't know why I connect to the movie so much. La La Land. Yeah, this movie... spoilers, my favorite movie of 2016. Yeah, it's true. That might change when I actually do the video that I was supposed to do in March. But, yeah, doing videos is hard. Even right now, doing this is hard. It's actually crushing my soul just to sit here and talk to a camera. I don't know what happened. But I love this movie. I adore everything about it. I did a review for it. Every aspect of the movie, I adore, love. It was my favorite thing ever. And then finally, the Lego Batman movie. The best Batman movie to come out in a long time, and it was the Lego Batman movie. Better than BVS, and would I consider it better than The Dark Knight Rises? That's actually a good question. Let's not say for right now, but I love the Lego Batman movie. It's exactly what we needed, much like the Adam West one, The Return of the Caped Crusaders. Stop that. It's just Batman being funny, which is nice in the age of, do you bleed? Martha, say that name. Why'd you say that name? Like in the age where that is Batman, this was needed and necessary and a lot better and just, Alright, so yeah, that's all the Blu-rays. Could I hold them up? I could try. My camera's currently dying. Let's see what we can do. Let's try hold up some of them. Oh, it's the last time we're gonna do it in this room, probably. I've never said that to a person, but I did say it to a camera just now. Yeah, you know, the truth is, I could technically, because I'll be back here for holidays and stuff, and I'm not bringing everything with me to college, so I'll be back here, but it'll probably be different. I don't know, it's a transition period, but the last time I get to smell movies in this room currently, let's try and make it work. I'll hold as many of them as I can. Ooh, yeah, there we go. All said and done. So there's a portion of the Blu-rays and video games and junk. My battery light is dying. This is the end. I will edit in the digital copy giveaways that I filmed a long ass time ago, hopefully. Comment below, tell me what you thought of the video. I'm gonna have to start packing for college now. That's really, it's 2 days from now. It's Monday, I leave on Wednesday. I need to get that done. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. In a new command setup, we'll see where we go. This is a big step in life. I'm excited. I hope you guys come along with me. See you guys later. Oh, you know what's annoying? Is when you go through all the digital copies, you struggle with the focus to make sure it's at least readable, and you try your best, and then you realize you didn't hit record, and now they're strewn all over the floor, and I gotta pick them up and do this shit over again. It's recording? Yes, here we go. War Dogs, Finding Dory, X-Men Apocalypse, Don't Breathe, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, Disney movies, Deepwater Horizon, Sausage Party, oh, Suicide Squad, The Night Before. Yeah, live in Canada and everything has to have a fucking French side. I hate that. Goddamn Trudeau. Beauty and the Beast, Neighbors 2, Jason Bourne, and The Accountant. There you go. Spectre, Split, Patriots Day, The Flash second season, Steve Jobs. Alright, so Blu-ray video's done. You got your digital copy codes. A lot of them, actually, this time. It was a huge blowout, so if you got them, hope you enjoy them. Hope you enjoyed the overall Blu-ray video. I'm going to try to pick the other half up. More consumerism. More just selling out to the man. To try and make people like me by the things I own. But whatever, it works good enough for me. Ha ha ha. He he. Ho ho, aha. Wasn't that fun? Yeah. I already forgot. Was there a Batman Blu-ray in that collection? There was Batman comics. That was good enough. But I'd like to tease just a little bit for the next Blu-ray video, so you know there's gonna be some fun. Yeah. So oh my. Because you see, to them, you're just a freak. Like me. Because you see, their morals, their code, it's a bad joke. Dropped at the first sign of trouble. Like a leper. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment below, tell me what you thought of it. Because apparently, me talking about Blu-rays is the most important videos on my channel. That's what people care about. Even though I myself, it's fine as a throwaway thing, but I don't live to just talk about Blu-rays. I like to talk about the movies that they represent. The movies in the case is what I'm here to talk about. I just buy them after the fact because I like them. But I will say, there's another one coming very soon. You can watch it when it comes out. More Blu-rays to talk about. And I assure you it will be very soon. I'm a man of my word. So yeah, that was pretty fucking weird.